Welcome back! My name is Baller Scuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1986. Today, we're going to talk about Dragon Quest. The story of Dragon Quest takes us to a company named Enix. Enix was founded on September 22nd, 1975 by Yasuhiro Fukushima. Originally, the company was named Eidansha Boshu Service Center and focused on advertising tabloids for real estate. After a few company name changes, the company would be renamed Enix Corporation in 1982. The name comes as a play on the names of the mythological phoenix, as well as the early mainframe computer, the ENIAC. To get game proposals, Enix held a competition named the Enix Game Hobby Program Contest, offering a prize of 1 million yen, over $9,300 in 2025, for the best game prototype. Enix declared several winners, publishing 13 games in February 1983 from the contest. One of the winners of the contest was Yuji Horii, a writer for Weekly Shonen Jump, a manga magazine, who created the sports game Love Match Tennis. Another winner was Koichi Nakamura, a high school student who created the puzzle game Door Door. Door Door would be successful, selling 200,000 copies for the PC 8801 in Japan. So, on April 9th, 1984, Koichi Nakamura would found his own video game company, Chunsoft. As Chunsoft, Nakamura would release a sequel to Door Door, Door Door Mark II, in February 1985, and would port the original Door Door to the Famicom on July 18th, 1985. These would both be published by Enix. Yuji Horii would also continue creating video games. He followed up Love Match Tennis with the Portopia serial murder case, which we talked about as an honorable mention of 1983. It was not long after this that Yuji Horii would be hired by Chunsoft. Working there, Yuji Horii would port the Portopia serial murder case to the Famicom. Both versions of Portopia would be published by Enix as well. Having success with games they made individually, Koichi Nakamura and Yuji Horii would then work together on a new game. That game would be Dragon Quest. For Dragon Quest, Yuji Horii would design and write the game while Koichi Nakamura directed the game. While the two men were working on the Famicom port of Portopia, they discovered wizardry, which is why the Famicom version of Portopia has a dungeon crawl segment that was not present in the computer versions of the game. Yuji Horii would then find Ultima, which he also enjoyed. Inspired by both these games, Yuji Horii wanted to create a new game to expose Japan to the still Western-dominated RPG genre. He also wanted to expand the audience for RPGs beyond computer users. Because of the success of Famicom games, Horii and Nakamura decided to streamline the RPG genre for the console, giving players the ability to play an RPG on a controller with just a few buttons. They wanted to create a game that did not rely on the player's Dungeons & Dragons experience, did not require hundreds of hours of repetitive battling, and would make the player identify with the hero. Horii in particular wanted to expand upon the story-driven nature of Portopia as well as its menu-based control scheme. He ultimately decided the best way to achieve all these goals was to create a coming-of-age tale using the level-building gameplay of RPGs as a way to represent the player's progress. The Tower of Jiraga has also been cited as an influence on the game. Yuji Horii assembled a team at Chunsoft to work on the game in 1985. This would include Yukinobu Chida from Enix. Originally, Horii wanted to have multiple player characters, but the memory constraints for the game forced him to use just one. Seeing that he would be introducing the RPG genre to a new audience on the Famicom, Horii wanted to make the learning curve for players low. To do this, Horii intentionally made two decisions. The first was to put the game's final goal visible from the world map from the game's starting point. He felt that giving the player a clear goal would help the player continue trying to move forward. The second was to give the player a predetermined set of statistics and quick level ups to the player at the beginning of the game. He felt the quick progress early in the game would keep the player interested when the game started. He also wanted the world to be open, with the player able to go through several different places with only the level of the enemies hindering the player's progress. He would often mark these difficult areas with bridges that the player would need to cross. In order to appeal to a wider audience, Hori reached out to Akira Toriyama to create the art of the game. Akira Toriyama is a manga artist. Toriyama first made a big name for himself with the manga Dr. Slump, which was first published in 1980. Dr. Slump would sell over 35 million copies in Japan and spawned a successful anime series. Toriyama would then start publishing Dragon Ball in 1984. Dragon Ball would prove to be incredibly popular. It had a weekly audience in the millions. Toriyama would add his iconic and popular art style to Dragon Quest. Koichi Sugiyama, a film and television composer, reached out around this time to Enix with some customer feedback. Enix producer Yukinobu Chida was excited to see the name and confirmed this is who had reached out. Confirming this, Chida would hire Sugiyama to compose the music for Enix. Sugiyama would first compose the music for Wingman 2, a computer game based on the Wingman manga. Sugiyama's second video game score would be Dragon Quest. Sugiyama has stated it took him 5 minutes to compose the original opening theme. Dragon Quest is a role-playing game. The player plays as an unnamed hero. The player finds out that a dragon has captured the princess of the nearby kingdom. The player must defeat the dragon and rescue the princess. Enix published Dragon Quest to the Famicom on May 27, 1986. That is a backstory to Dragon Quest. With that now told, it is time to read the story from the game's manual. The game's manual changes depending on the version of the game being played, with key characters and places' names often changing entirely. For our purposes today, we will be reading from the original Famicom version's manual as translated by fan But Thou Must for the Dragon's Den fan site. The story reads, Long ago, the land of Alefgard was shrouded in darkness. However, it is said that the legendary hero Roto defeated the lord of that darkness, the Demon King. It is said that he overcame monsters using the ball of light bequeathed to him by God, and that he restored the land to peace. The ball of light was passed into the keeping of King Laris I, who ruled the land of Alefgard, and for a long time there was peace. But in the time of Laris XVI, the avatar of the devil, called the Dragon King, appeared from parts unknown and plundered the ball of light from the castle, sealing it in darkness. Because of this, the long peace was lost, and the world again slipped into an age of darkness. Monsters flourished and spread throughout the land, and citizens and travelers both suffered from their evil ways. Beautiful grasslands, which had been as medicine to the weary eyes of travelers, changed to poisonous marshes, and the travels of the people were obstructed. Rumors spread that whole towns and villages were destroyed by the monsters, leaving no survivors. How the people dreamed that the land might be restored to peace. But of all the brave souls who went out to do battle with the Dragon King, not one returned alive. From that time, how many countless years have passed? But the great seer Musuheda said, Soon, somewhere in this land, a descendant of the legendary hero Roto will appear and slay the Dragon King. Indeed, that descendant of the legendary hero Roto is none other than you. Come and stay a while in this land. Gather knowledge of the deeds of legendary heroes before you. Perform brave deeds yourself and defeat the Dragon King. Your adventure has now begun. That is the story as it was presented in the original version of Dragon Quest. With that told, it's time to play the game for ourselves. And here we are in the game. This is Dragon Quest. As you can see, copyright 1986 by Enix. Now, we are going to be playing what I'm going to consider the original version of the game, the original Famicom version of the game, but it has been translated by a fan named Polynym. So thank you, Polynym, for allowing me to play the original because I do not read Japanese. And this game's pretty heavy on the story, at least for games in 1986. Alright, so we do have a couple options here. We can change the message speed. We're going to change it to fast because there's going to be a lot of it. And we'll just go ahead and start a new game. Let's see what we can do in Dragon Quest. I've been looking forward to this one for a while. Let's get in. Alright, so the first thing that we can do is give our character a name. You can see that there's only 4 spaces really available, so I'm just gonna go with kind of a default name here, which will be our hero named Hero. And we start in a throne room. This is the throne room. We will talk to the king here. Oh, Hero, scion of Loto the Brave, I've awaited you. Yeah, some people translate it as Roto, some translate it as Loto. I believe that it's the liquid consonant, which means that it should be pronounced Loto, or Loto. Like, it's almost like a D when you do it. It's a little weird. I've never gotten the hang of it. But yes, we are the scion of Roto the Brave. I've awaited you. Long ago, Loto came from the heavens and sealed monsters with a light orb, but now evil incarnate, Dragon King, has appeared and consumed the light. Go once more, Hero. Defeat the Dragon King and reclaim the light orb. Take the gifts I have for you beside me. Listen to my soldiers' knowledge. Farewell, brave hero. Alright, and then we kind of get all these commands. So the way that it works is that well, you hit the main button, and then it brings up this list, and then you can kind of do things, and it will do an action based on specifically where you're standing. So you need to be on top of things in order for it to work a lot of the time. As you can see, our hero is level 1 with just 15 HP. That's kind of to be expected, but notice that we didn't get to create statistics or attributes, or whatever you want to call it, for our character. They just kind of came with this. You just kind of start and get going. We're level 1 with 5 power, 5 speed, 15 HP, 5 attack power, 2 defense power. HP being, of course, hit points. This is, after all, an RPG. Now I can try to talk to you again. Talk north. After your travels, I'll await you here, hero. Okay, let's go... Let's go over to the right. There we go. I don't know why that wasn't working for a little bit there. And we'll stand over the treasure chest. We can check it. You don't really have to, though. Hero looked around. Treasure here. Oh, how nice. Let's go ahead and take it. We were told it was ours. And we got 120 gold out of that. That's what the G stands for, gold. The E will be experience. All right, let's go ahead and take this one as well. Hero found a torch there. And then we can cancel out of that, go right, and then we will talk south. No Princess Laura? No, I don't know who that is. She was taken by monsters. The king says nothing but is sad. Hero, please rescue Princess Laura. Once again, it depends on your translation. Lots of different names for a lot of characters in this game. What happens if I say, yeah, I know her? It's still just kind of the same thing. Go rescue her then. Alright, we can go up here and go ahead and take this. We found a key. That's probably going to be important for unlocking things. Also for locking things, but that already happened. We just need to unlock it. If If you open all the chests, there will be a key. It will disappear after one use. Yeah, it's one of these magic keys that works on any lock but just once. You know, the opposite of normal keys. Begin your journey. And then leave this castle and you'll find a town. First buy weapons and armor there. Recover your wounds at the town inn. That's probably going to be important. Alright, let's go this way, and then I can hit the door command to open the door, and then I can stand on top of the stairs and hit the stairs command to go down. And we've made it to, let's say it's still the castle. We'll talk to these guards here. Use the return spell, and you can restore to this state. Yeah, the return spell we'll talk about more when we actually get it. Right now, hero can't use spells. It just doesn't happen. So thank you for a tip for much later. To quit your quest, see the king for the return spell. And you can save at the king, just like in Ultima. This honestly reminds me a lot of Ultima so far. Laditorum was a paradise, then monsters. Then monsters. Are you Princess Laura? I've come to rescue you. Princess Laura, where are you? Probably not. Are you the maid, like this is a Shakespeare play? The monsters killed many of us travelers. That's too bad. We cannot get those yet. That's not a good idea, so let's not do that. We'll talk here. Please defeat monsters and gain experience. As your level slowly rises, you'll improve. And we'll get stronger statistics, which is definitely something we're gonna want. Oh, I didn't see you down there. Let's talk to you. Try not to get caught, because that can happen in this game. Many towns ruined. Worth the effort. And let's go this way. I do love the little dance I do as I walk. Take a torch into caverns. Fair enough. What do you have to say? Princess Laura, where are you? Yeah, we've heard that before. From the maid. Or whoever that was. Alright, let's talk here. May the Lord's light be with you. Yeah, this one's pretty heavy on religion. We'll kind of get into that. This version. And it's one of the reasons that I wanted to play, like, the original. Is that there are a lot of changes that get made in even the next version. Okay, I go around this way to see if there's anything else. I don't want to open that door. Let's not piss anybody off at this point. Let's not open any doors that we don't need to. You moved on me. West. There we go. One key opens one door. Now, do I want to do that at this point? And, I think that we're fine. Yeah, I think that I don't want to do anything else here. Unless I can just door. You have no key. I don't have the key for that. I do have a key, but they didn't let me use it. Okay. This way. Yeah, the animation on the movement leaves a little to be desired for me right now. No one over there hit the button a little too fast. There we go. Welcome to Laditorum Castle. So this is Laditorum. Once again, your results may vary on names. Take all the names with a grain of salt. Every version, I think, has something a little different. Alright, okay, we can leave here, and our first stop is going to be way over here. Talk north. Welcome to Laditorum. So we were at Laditorum Castle, now we're at Laditorum, the town. Alright, welcome. Please go inside and talk at the desk. Wish to buy our gear? I do. Which then? Alright, so we have a few options here. And, yeah. Let's just kind of do this. I might have skipped a couple steps. And, we'll buy the club here. I will buy that. No. Return again. And now I have a weapon on me! Hooray! You have anything to say about this? Let's take a look. Oh, no. It just automatically equipped it for me. That's probably nice. And then, do you sell... I wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah, you do sell what I need, which is the clothes. Not it could be cloth, but it could just be clothes. Obviously, I'd want to buy the copper, but I can't afford it. I also can't really afford the leather armor or the leather shield, so we'll just get the cloth or clothes here. And we'll go ahead and purchase those. No. Okay, so we got that, and we are now kind of fully equipped. So let's try to talk to people around town. Let's try to talk to people around town. Take care outside the town. You must endure swamps. Among other things. Follow the coast west of this town to find Garai Town. We can find the inn here. I don't think I want to do necessarily anything with the inn. Welcome to the Traveler's Inn. Stay for 6 gold. No. Farewell and take care then, sir. An inn will heal you, but we don't have a reason to need healing yet. Tell the king we failed to find Princess Laura. I'm done for. And make it. Alright, let's see here. We can talk to you. Many heroes went to fight and died. Hero, please do not die. There were many of you before. No, I'm not Princess Laura. Damn it. This is going to be a harder quest than I thought, isn't it? From Latitorm Castle, you can see the Dragon King's castle. Oh, that castle? So frightening. Please enter from the open space. I would, but people are in my way. Alright, we can go in here, and that brings us into this shop here. Welcome to the item shop. What will you do here? We can buy an item or sell an item. They have herbs, torches, or a scale. I don't need any of those yet. An herb will heal. Torch will light up a room, and then I forget scale. It's a dragon's scale. I don't really remember what that does. It's been a while. It's probably a bit of a translation thing for me too, because I probably know it as something else, but I don't know what that is. So we will just leave it anyway for now, and I'll probably look it up at some point when it's important and then deal with that. You just don't need it right now. That much I'm certain of. Loto Scion, have you proof? No? Everybody else just seemingly believed me. Let's head up here first. Please slay the monsters. Can I deal with this door? You have no key. Yeah, I used the key to get out of the room. The throne room. Beware bridges. Dreadful monsters lie beyond them. Which I didn't even really think about. Like, I was technically trapped in the throne room until the king let me have his key, and then he allowed me to leave. If you've got high experience, go meet the king. Yeah. We'll deal with that as well. Lots of stuff to deal with in this game. When cursed, come here. Alright, so I can be uncursed there. A town somewhere is said to sell magic keys. I will need more of them because I used my one to continue with the game. Okay, so I think that is all that I need to do for the first couple towns. Let's go out and get into a fight, because like any good RPG of its time, the first thing that we need to do is fight. We need to get into battles here. You can see the other castle down there. That is the Dragon King's castle. That's where we need to go. Oh no, a slime appeared! Let's go ahead and fight. We don't have any spells to use. The item is just a torch. I don't think you can light a slime on fire. I've never tried. And then fleeing, of course, is not what we want to do. So one slime, let's fight it. 2 damage. 1 damage on me. Fight it again. 2 more damage. And we got 1 experience and 1 gold piece. 1 gold coin, whatever you want to call it. Now I think that is pretty much the main enemy I'm going to be fighting around here. Battles aren't too long in this game if memory serves me correctly, but every once in a while it'll just be like, alright, that's going to eat up some time. So let's see if I can get into a fight with something else. We can walk through the forest, we can walk through the hills. You cannot walk over these mountains, though. And of course, you can walk in the kind of bare areas here. Those are grasslands. And then, of course, you can kind of go at seemingly different speeds. It's, oh, a Slimeess. It's a red one. 2 damage on you. 1 damage on me. I figured you would be a little stronger, but I'm not really seeing that right now. Well, you do get 2 gold out of it, so maybe it's a little bit stronger. Another Slimeess. Alright, it appears that these are the only 2 that we're going to fight. What I need to do at this point is get up to probably level 5. And the way to do that is to basically just kind of wander around here, getting into fights, and killing them as you go. And then I believe at some point you need to go to, yeah, there should be another enemy around here, but you should be able to go talk to the king in order to get a level. Does he have anything to say if I go now? Am I thinking right? Do I need to go to the king? They implied I needed to go to the king, but I don't think I actually do in this game. I think I just level up out in the world, which would be so much nicer. But here, I'm pleased that you've returned. You'll meet the next level after 3 experience. I'll tell you the return spell. And there is a password for us. The return spell is a password that you can use to get back into the game. Right? Farewell, hero, hero. I forgot he called me hero, hero. Okay, we can get a little bit more experience. 3 more experience, that we can do, so I can at least show off what happens at a level, and then I will spend the rest of my time kind of dealing with the level grinding that I need to do off screen. They recommend level 3 at a minimum. Then you can kind of go to some other areas to get stronger enemies, and then you can get up to level 5, and that's what's really needed to kind of make it further in the game. It is an RPG. What would an RPG in 1986 be without level grinding to start? Alright, Slimeess appeared. I can get, you know, good money out of you. And 1 damage, and of course if I need to get healed, which I'm getting close to it, I could spend 6 gold to get a full heal at the inn. But right now I don't think maybe I do. We'll be extra close to town. Alright, 1 experience earned. 1 more should get me where I need to go. 3, oh, there we go. And I do just get it normally in the game. I thought so. I was unclear because they kind of implied otherwise, but there we go. Heroes level rose, power rose by 1, max HP rose by 7. But notice that I didn't get that HP back. I do need to go rest to get that HP. So, we can go rest at the inn, and that is kind of our first level grinding done to some extent. Stay for 6 gold. Yes, it is static. It does not change with our level like it did in previous games. And now we have 22 health and 2, a second level. And, oh, paused by accident there. We can check our stats, and you can see my power went up by 1. My attack power and defense power went up thanks to the equipment that I have. But my power is what went up because of my level. Okay, so Like I said, I need to spend some time doing some level grinding, get up to level 5, and then we can move on from there, but I'll take care of that off screen. That's going to do it for this part of Dragon Quest. I've been Baller Scuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video for more Dragon Quest. Thanks for watching.